While an undergraduate, and this is a sign of the times here, when he, in Kansas, when he was in that area and that era, while he was an undergraduate at the University of Kansas, John McClendon couldn't play basketball because African Americans were not accepted on intramural or varsity teams. Nevertheless, he learned the game's basics from founder, Dr. James Naismith. Building on what he learned, McClendon became one of the game's most successful coaches and ambassadors. His college teams, which featured a fast break offense and an aggressive defense, won 523 games. He was the first coach to win 3 consecutive national championships when his Tennessee State team won the NAIA title in 1957, 58, and 59. He became the first black coach in a professional league in 1962 when he coached the Cleveland Pipers of the ABL. 4 years later, he was the first black coach at a predominantly white institution when he left a lifetime contract that he had at Kentucky State to coach at Cleveland State. Mr. McClendon passed away in 1999. Here to accept is his wife on his behalf, Charlene McClendon, as we send John McClendon into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm so proud to be here, so happy to be here. And I'm going to read, because if I don't, I tend to start on some of John's thousands of stories, and I could be up here half an hour or more, and you don't want that. I know. I want to just have them wave. I wouldn't be here this evening if they hadn't driven me down. My sister and brother-in-law, Bess and George Grant. Just wave your hands. They're real special people in my life. Okay, so now I start reading. Good evening, everyone, and a special one to Mr. Doherty, who first communicated the good news of this occasion to me. Thank you, Mr. Doherty, for your kindness, and thanks also to Mr. Don Henderson for all that he contributed to making this evening such a wonderful one. I'm honored and proud to be present this evening to represent my late husband, John McClendon. Please know that he's probably here in spirit, but he would have been here in person this evening to receive the great honor of being inducted into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame. You, who also are being inducted, are to be congratulated as individuals who have earned the accolades that you are receiving this evening. Your accomplishments are enviable. I had the pleasure of spending a brief time this afternoon with one such person, Ms. Phyllis Bailey. Right over here, you've heard her speak this evening. Now, I don't think I'm telling anything out of school when I say that she served Ohio State University with distinction, am I right, for 42 years? That's right? Okay. She served in various capacities, such as women's basketball coach and assistant athletic director during her tenure. Sharing the same table this afternoon was Ms. Tracy Hall, of another generation, and also from Ohio State basketball, who has also achieved greatly in her young life. Just as they have contributed much, so have each of you inductees. Congratulations. John had so many Ohio connections that he always held close and revered. First, as coach of Cleveland Pipers, then at Cleveland State University as a professor and basketball coach, and returning years later as consultant to the athletic director of Cleveland State. Again, I'm honored to have been invited to represent my late husband, John B. McLendon, Jr. Thank you.